Hello, and welcome to prayer time this evening. Hello to everybody, no matter where you are here. I'm, I don't know why I was rocking out the Cubs gear here today with my Cubs blanket behind me, but this is prayer time, and it's going to be a beautiful evening here today. You know, I'd say, there's a lot of things that are kind of on our mind this week. We have our Thanksgiving, which is our coming together in gratitude. I heard my minister say the boomerang of gratitude uh, is kind of the sermon topic this week. But you kind of go from there, and then what do you do the next day? Well, you have Black Friday, which is interesting day of demonstration of the visualization of material possessions, perhaps, maybe a little bit a chance for the divine to not necessarily be out in the open, for the material possessions, the hustle and bustle of life to be there in the forefront. But the reason why I was saying that here is, I was kind of thinking, what is the reading that I was gonna read for today, and I don't know why, but just this month I've been really on this chapter in Science of Mind Teaching, uh, and it's from the chapter called "From the Teaching of Jesus," and it's it's an interesting concept. It's on the idea of success. So I wanted to read this passage, but this is going to be the reading for today. So it's called "The Concept of a Successful Man." Could we see the mentality of a successful man? We should find the imprint of success written in bold letters across the doorway of his consciousness. The successful man is sure of himself, sure of what he is doing, certain of the outcome of his undertakings. As much gathers more, as like attracts like, so success breeds greater success, and conviction is attended by certainty. The whole teaching of Jesus is to have faith and to believe. He placed a greater value on faith and belief than any individual who has ever taught spiritual truth. We are to believe in ourselves because we have first penetrated the invisible cause back of the real self. We are to have absolute faith in our work because we have positive conviction of the inner power which enables us to do this work. But to those who only believe in failure, the law comes in corresponding measure, measuring back to them the logical outcome of their beliefs. The habitual failure bears across the threshold of his thought an image of his inability to attain. The old law says that what little he has shall be withdrawn until he has learned the lesson of life in action. Each should train himself and do so consciously to conceive of himself as a success, sailing on that boundless sea of livingness upon whose bosom we are all carried forward. We should go from success to greater success, and all thoughts of failure or depression must be erased from the mentality, and positive thoughts of achievement should take their place. Have faith in God, in life, and in your fellow man. Know that right is might. Get some degree of real conviction and stay with it. The cosmic mind is neither wishy washy or willy nilly. It is positive, certain of itself, and sure of the outcome. So, what is that reading for today really kind of hinting at? Well, you know, it's talking about the power of cause and effect, and we talk a lot about it in New Thought teaching as you know when we plant that seed, whether it's good or bad, we're tending to that harvest. So if we're planting a seed of negativity or doubt or anger or fear, that's what our soul, our essence is attracted to. But in the same token, there's also an opportunity for us to change that. There's an opportunity for us to go within. There's an opportunity for us to see that greater abundance that we're meant to have. You know, there's a reading that's in the Bible where it talks about, God wants us to have that keys to the kingdom. He's talking about that abundance that's there, that is attainable for everybody. It's not a question of can, it's a question of, do you believe that you are there? Do you have that consciousness and awareness to believe that abundance is there? Do you attract that abundance? Is that part of your spiritual work? There's a there's just a real there's a real push in this season to speak about gratitude and giving. And really, what I would push, the greater thing is, it's not about the giving, it's about the receiving that you get by giving. So, as you get to this holiday and have whatever meal you have, you know, it's not about the gratitude for the meal. It's about the reception that you have in your heart space for the opportunity to give. For when you have that opportunity to be that beacon of light, and others are basking in your energy, you're not only changing your difference, you're changing your energy, but you're changing the energy in the room. So just some things of to think about, spiritual lessons, as you can say. Um, my group that I have on Facebook, my banner says, "Your energy introduces you to the room." And I say that phrase a lot because it's important for us to see the power of not only of our thoughts, but of our heart, of our energy, our space, what we put into form. It reaches out so much more than just our thought. Our thought is that initial seed that gets planted, but that energy pushes out. It goes and it irradiates. It blooms. So if our energy is one where we are that light, where we are that point of gratitude, where we have that deeper consciousness and awakening, where we say yes to things, and we also are able to allow others to receive that energy, that's really that true meaning of where gratitude comes in. But that's our prayer for today, or our prayer. That's our reading for today. And we're going to go ahead and get ready for our prayer here. So if you do have something that you are called to need in prayer, just a quick reminder real quick before we get into prayer, that we do have our email address, prayer@ntmedia.org. And we have practitioners and ministers alike who take prayer requests. And we hold those prayers no matter what they are. We try our best to hold that truth, even if it's something that maybe you're not seeing, or maybe it's the opposite end. Maybe you're just in a state of gratitude for this evening, or, you have something that you're really, is in your heart space right now. What a better way than to anchor that in prayer, a better way of just knowing that. And, that's another comment on there. But, if you also like what we're doing here, I would also remind you, if you go to ntmedia.org, click on that donate button, it does support the network here, which we desperately, would never say no to. It helps expand the programming, brings great music like Jamie Lula, Gary Lynn Floyd, so many good artists that are there. So with that, let's go ahead and go into prayer. And we're just going to take a couple deep breaths, and we're just going to fall into this moment. Whew. And just focus on the breath here today. Just that inside beating of my heart. Just that rhythm. And like a drum or music or this beautiful symphony of life, there's so many of these demonstrations of this thing called spirit all around us. from wreaths on doors to holiday music playing to the sound of somebody unwrapping a gift, to the joy and laughter, to the, the remembrance of who we are. There's just so many opportunities and recognition of spirit that exists in this holiday season. So many chances to be one with that light, that we call it Christ consciousness. And I just know that in this beautiful evening, that I see all these beautiful representations of spirit, from the cool air outside to the mountains that I see with a beautiful layer of snow on top of them, to the smell of hot apple cider on the stove, to the ability to be able just to read a book under a fire. So many representations of all these beautiful things of life. And I know that they're part of this greater thing called spirit, called God, called the divine, called love, called the infinite. And I know that in this beautiful holiday season that my mind is filled with so many emotions and feelings and hopes and joys. And my mind, just as I know is the truth for all that are listening to this prayer, it is one connected with this universal source. My mind is connected to this. My thoughts, my hopes, my joys, my emotions, my feelings are part of this creative medium, this greater whole. And I just know and just affirm that in this beautiful path here today, that all paths lead to spirit. I know that no matter where this spiritual journey is, whether you're someone just starting out to find your faith, or whether you're somebody rooted in that divine belief of who you are and what you know, that golden thread of truth, I know that divine perfection flows within that. And there's no judgment, no cause, no area of fear or worry, because that path is part of this path of spirit. It's the journey. It's that life essence that makes us beautiful beings of love and light, these children of God. The fact that we have these our own creative minds to be on this journey, to tap in to this divine intelligence. I just know and affirm just this path is just filled with these opportunities to go within, to explore, to grow, to expand the consciousness and awareness that we all have. And I speak my word for this divine health that I know right now that is flowing through all those that are suffering in areas of physical health, whether it be physical ailments, whether it's the coronavirus or cold or flu seasons. I just know that this presence of spirit is there, and this divine perfection, whether it goes in that cellular level, whether it's the divine intelligence that goes through nurses and doctors that surround these beautiful beings of light. I just know and just declare this presence. I speak this word for specifically my good friend whose mother fell on a bicycle. I just know and see this divine health showing through her, showing this beautiful radiance of love and light. I see that truth of who she is, and I call that forth at this moment. For I know that those cells are healing, those bones are slowly healing and working their way back to that divine perfection, which I know that she is. And just knowing that these beautiful things are true, knowing that this day is a representation of the seasons changing, of the the beauty that exists within nature, that exists within our home, that exists within the ambiance, the love and the light of this holiday season. I just give deep gratitude for being able to hold this vision, for being able to see this light, be able to see this beauty that exists. I just give deep thanks for being able to see this true meaning of the holidays, to see the real beauty which comes in reception. It comes not in that giving, it comes in what we receive by the gift. For we are given that opportunity to see the light of God, to see that child of God within so many people around us, have a chance to go within and to be able to see that light come forward, to beam and irradiate, and to make this holiday memorable, to make it one filled with joy and laughter and happiness. And for being able to see this truth, which I call forth for all in this spiritual journey, I just give deep thanks. And knowing this, I just release this prayer into this universal law of love and light, of harmony and peace. I just let it be. I take my brain out. I step away. I fall back into the breath, allow myself just to breathe. And I release this prayer into the universal law with it, and so it is. What a beautiful way to end our evening tonight. I just wanted to comment real quick on here, just a couple things. And that is, we have just so many things that are in the morning. I would recommend, what I recommend is, wake up with Reverend Steph. I really love listening to Reverend Steph. I think there's just so much power behind her words and inspiration to start the day. And what also better way than the morning sip with Reverend Melissa. She just has so much just in her heart that she speaks with, this truth that just makes our day just start out with so much love. So I'm just in so much gratitude for being able to know both of those fine women at just really just kick, I'm going to say, behind when it comes to holding that light for us. We're just so lucky to have them be part of the New Thought Media Network. So we're going to go ahead and end today. But till we meet again, my friends, I want to wish you the best. I hope you sleep well. Much love and light, peace and blessings. And once again, and so it is.
New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.